It's boy 127 here today. Today we are going to reveal the Trans Am World Challenge. So, I decided to go to an unambiguous track just to confirm for everybody right here, right now, this track is not on the schedule. I just wanted to go here just to have a good place to start and reveal all of the classes. I'm planning to reveal all the classes first, so all the cars and everything, and then move on, you know, from there, and yeah, we'll just see what happens. Like I said, this is going to be a full, total reveal of everything. So I plan to open up a party here in just a couple minutes, and we will start figuring things out. So, yeah. Give me just a second. I'm making sure I got everything in order. You should be good to go. Let me go ahead and open that party. Alright, we'll do this method. Reveal. Alright, so there's our party created. And we are good to go. Okay. Oh no. I don't remember my password. There we go. Oh good, it was the right password. Thank goodness. Okay, hold on. We got this. There we go. Alright, mute that so I don't hear it. And voila. So, okay. Media. More options, and let's see if it worked. It did, alright, so reply. Alright, we are good now. We got everything. I know somebody who's gonna want to jump in here with me. Somebody right there. Let's see here. Invite. Now that we're here, I guess it's time to start the reveal. Here we go. So, the fun thing here, we got a whopping 6 classes in this championship. All 6 classes are various touring car stuff. What's up, Angry?
Not much. How are you?
Not too bad. Just, you know, doing announcements.
Alright.
So, I know you just missed it, but I just said the series has a grand total of 6 classes altogether. And, I guess I don't have to say how many cars are in each, but there's a healthy amount of cars in each, you know, a good variety and everything, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. But I did mention earlier, this track I went to here, Fuji, is a unambiguous track. It's not on the schedule. I just wanted to pick a track to go to just to, you know, because I could. But yeah, let's see here. Gotta go find me some cars with no livery on them. Well, they do have a livery, but let me see. I'm gonna pick by manufacturer. Be a little easier that way. Alright, so we're gonna start with the TCA class. Angry, you're probably familiar with this class.
Yes.
As that is the class you ran in. So, alright, here we go. Everyone's good old favorite, one of the... Oh, I still have the wrong tires. That's funny. I'm so bad.
I need this racing hard, boy.
Man. Alright, so here is the Mazda, obviously. Mazda Roadster is the first TCA car to be introduced tonight. Like I said, or actually I haven't said this yet, sorry. The specs are currently, or BOP for all of the classes are currently being worked on, so none of the cars have a set spec yet. But just wanted to show them off really quick. You can see there's the class identifier there on the back left-hand bumper. That's going to be on every single car we see. The Pirelli sticker in the middle of the bumper, and then the number, which is just mine. I just placed it there for reference. The number will be on the right-hand side bumper on every vehicle. So, if you look here, on the hood, on every vehicle, we have the number as well. And then, I can't get a good look of it here, but on the sides, what if I can have a better place to look? On the sides, the class identifiers are there as well, along with the Pirelli logo over the front tires, and then the number is on the driver's and passenger's side door. So that is the Roadster. We're going to move on to the next car for TCA, and that is... Oh, Lord. Ford. Trying to select really quickly because all these cars have the same livery on them, so it'll be really obvious. The Ford Focus. This car was also in TCA previously, and it's going to be returning for this championship as well. Every car in this championship will run with racing hard tires, and every car, or all the classes will be, we're not going to run different tire wear fuel use based on what class is running. It's going to be the same for every single class. And we were planning, right now the plan is at ×2 for all the races. We don't know for sure if that's going to change. It's very likely it's not, because there was some extensive testing done to figure out what the ideal setting would be, mainly with the top class. Good evening, Desert. Don't know if you're watching the actual stream or not, but welcome, good to have you here. But yeah, this is the second car in TCA. I'm just pulling this out in random order too. There's no reason or rhyme to what I'm doing. I'm just kind of showing off the cars. So let's see here. We're gonna go get in the Toyota. Boom. This is Angry's favorite car right here. He ran this one last in the TCA class in the Touring Car Challenge series. So he's probably very familiar. Is it your favorite? I don't know if it's your favorite, is it?
I think the Plymouth is my favorite.
Oh, is it? Okay. The really old Plymouth. There's Angry out there in an old Porsche.
It's good driving.
Uh-huh. Hey, you gotta get some vintage cars out there every now and then. But yeah, this is the Toyota 86 GT. Angry's probably very familiar with this one, considering he drove it for the entirety of the season last time. So, it's actually probably one of my favorite cars in TCA. It's just very...
Yeah, that's the Roman numeral car, isn't it?
That is the Roman numeral car, you're right. It is the, that's a joke between me and Angry, because he, I asked him to put numbers on his car, and he actually put Roman numerals. It's like, well, that's really cool, but you need a number plate and everything, too, so he fixed it, but he left the Roman numerals because it actually looked really cool with the contrast with them and everything, so yes, the Toyota 86 will be returning in TCA as well. Most of the cars in TCA are the same. There is some change that did happen, though, so we'll get to that here in just a second. What was I going to get next? Oh, let's go get in the new... oh, that's right, the Volkswagen. I almost forgot about the Volkswagen. Volkswagen Golf. This is the final car to be returning from TCA back in the previous class. The series they ran in, I should say, sorry. The the Golf ran in the Touring Car Challenge in the TCA class. This class is pretty much carried over from the Touring Car Challenge series. So, as you can see, this one also has the logos. Well, that was terrible. But pretty generic. Everything will be generally the same when you see all the different classes. You'll just see the different class designator logo, which is on the rear bumper, which you won't see them on the sides, but later on I plan to post up pictures when I do get the thread posted, and you'll see pictures of the generic logo placements for all the cars. So that will be the Volkswagen, and then finally we get to the new car for TCA. I was super excited when they added this car because I knew right away that it was going to be in the class, just because of logic, and it makes complete sense because they use it in the real world. So here it is, the Mini Cooper S. It'll be its debut in the TCA class. Unfortunately, we did not have this for the Touring Car Challenge. It probably would have been in the TCA class at that point, but unfortunately it wasn't there, but now it is, so we are going to definitely use it. Yeah. And I have to say, the Mini Cooper really has surpassed my expectations in terms of a front-wheel drive car. I think it's just because of its size. It's just a lot smaller than all the other cars in TCA, so it just really drives a lot better than most other cars do. It's really, for a front-wheel drive car, it's very surprising. But yeah, that was the big surprise for me when I was testing. I was expecting this thing to be kind of like an understeering pig, but to be honest, it was a bit shocking, needless to say, when I took it out and tested it. So yeah, it's a fun car to drive for sure. All right, well, let us go off to what is next? Let's do, I guess next. This is going to be Noir's favorite car right here. Nope, that was the wrong one. My bad. That was the same one we already did. but it is that manufacturer. There it is. The Toyota 86 GRMN, also the same car used in the 86 GT series. So a lot of people will probably be familiar with this. You can see the different TC class designator on the bottom left hand bumper, or the back end of the car, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, this is just a generic showcase just to show the different cars and classes and everything. Just want to come out real quick, take it for a short half lap, if even. But yeah, it's just to show a little difference in speed and everything, which you'll see with some of these really faster classes. It's really quick. I mean, we don't have any Group 1 cars in this series. It was debated initially, but it was decided against due to the nature of Group 1, and there's just not a lot of good options in there for this type of series, so we decided against it. But I think everybody will be pretty happy to see what we've come up with for the top classes. So next we have the Hyundai Genesis. The Hyundai Genesis was also in TC last season, so it's also a returning vehicle, so it should be a familiar face around the track. This thing, I'm trying to remember, I know Noir actually ran this towards the end of the Touring Car Challenge season, so he's probably pretty familiar with it, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But, you know, maybe not. That was a good example of not to take that corner too wide. As you can tell, this thing has a bit more speed than the Toyota 86 GRMN, but it also corners a lot worse. So that's one of the cool things about the disparity in the TC class. The cars are not equal on acceleration, top speed, and whatnot, and they're not equal on cornering speed. But generally, they have equal lap times, and generally we're doing our best. It's not easy, but we're doing our best to make sure they're as equal as they can be on fuel mileage. So that's going to be, in my opinion, this will be one of the most diverse classes on the grid, just because of the varying speeds of the cars and cornering pace and everything. It's just, it should turn out to be really cool. Yeah, like I said, I'm not doing full laps. I don't want to do a full lap with every car because we'll be here all night. Because altogether, there are 25 different models to go over. So, yeah, we got a lot of cars to go yet. But all right, let's see here. There is Noir's favorite. Right there. Noir got destroyed by this Touring Car Challenge series, and it is returning for another go-around. We are making sure this time that the BOP is done correctly, because this was one of the big issues in the Touring Car Challenge, was that the Mustang was a very dominant car, but later on in the season it was actually better. Just was not nearly, I mean, it was just way too late to make a difference. I mean, Noir was arguably, you know, upset about it, but he, which, I mean, he deserved to be disappointed just because the BOP wasn't done as great as it could have been. But we tried and we made it work, and needless to say, yes, we have our third car for TC right here with the Ford Mustang. Almost lost it there, but all good, no big deal. Fun. Just here showing off cars. Alright, so the big change for TC is this one right here. The Honda Civic Type R, at least that remember Touring Car Challenge, we're showing off cars, buddy. Showing off cars. Showing off cars. Alright, so I'm gonna invite him so he's in the know, because he's probably not listening, I'm guessing. Okay, there we go. Yes, the Honda Civic was a TCA car last time out, but after doing some extensive testing and keeping an eye on real-world regulations, it was determined that it should be bumped up to the TC class just due to its pure dominance in TCA last season. It just, I mean, the driver was honestly, or arguably, sorry, a league above his competitors, but even then, he just literally wiped the floor with them. And you can see this thing just drives so smooth. It's easily one of my... this was my favorite car in the TCA class for sure, just due to its extremely good handling. Even for a front-wheel drive car, this thing feels absolutely incredible. And this is a car I could drive for like many laps, to be honest with you. But that's it for the TC class. We are going to move on to the fan favorite TCR. And I gotta go find it. Where is it? Oh, right in front of me. Duh. So. Okay, gentleman just showed up. I'm gonna invite him real quick too. Gentleman. Doo-doo-doo. Alright, here we go. So, I actually managed to find the official font for the TCR class. And I put it in the class designator, which you can see down there. It looks so cool. I love it. It's very unique and fun, and can't wait. What's up, gentlemen? No biggie, I'm just showing off the cars right now. We're in the third class already. Believe it or not. But yeah, Angry's just chilling out. That's what he does.
Yeah, just looking at the cars. I mean, if he could loiter around in one of the cars available in the game, in real life, it'd probably be this one.
Yeah, I'm in the TCRs right now, so the front-wheel drive Group 4 cars. Alright, so that's the Audi. Like I said, right now I'm just showing off the different cars that are in each class and everything, so feel free to pull out whatever you want.
Just off the top of your head, the RCZ, that's one of them, right?
Yeah, all the front-wheel drive Group 4 cars are part of the TCR class. So there's that one.
I have one that's 348 horsepower, does that sound right?
Yes, it does actually. I don't remember if that's
Let me join you.
Ooh, that's fancy. It's even got the... Wow, you've one up to me. You got the IRS logo on it. Yeah, I gotcha. I just put the generic logos on my cars. Like I had to do a ton of liveries last night just to get all the different models and everything. So yeah, I had 25 different liveries to do for each model. So, or not for each model, but there was 25 different models that are in this series. So I had to do 25 liveries for each one. 25. Oh yeah. So I did actually mention that already, I think. I'm pretty sure, but all the classes are using racing hards. We're just keeping it uniform, and the tire wear and fuel use settings will be at ×2 for every race. So that should probably clear things up a little bit for those that were wondering, or those that might have tuned in late. Yo, what's up?
I still have a cold.
I feel you. I actually don't have one right now. I actually feel a lot better than I have all of January, so
Yeah, it's almost gone.
got over mine. Alright. Yeah, I'm just pulling out cars and showing off the different classes right now.
Okay.
So here's the Renault Megane TCR class car. And all of these cars have the generic or required decals or whatever. So like, if you look on the back, you'll see the class designator on the rear bumper. So like, I have a official TCR class designator on this thing, and then I have I just put my number on it for reference. Obviously you can use whatever number you want. And then I put the Pirelli logo on the bottom as well. So the Pirelli logo is in the middle on the rear bumper, and then it's going to be over the front tires. The number...
I can see on the sides too.
Huh?
I can see on the sides too.
Yep, it's on the sides. It's on both doors, or that's the numbers, sorry. The numbers are on both doors. The TCR logos are just... let's see here. They're in between like the front door and the tire, and whatever space I could fit them in. Some cars didn't work out the same way as others. It's just very hard to figure it out exactly, but I had to do a livery for each one of these models that are in this series, and yeah, there was a lot. So yeah, it was not very fun to do them all. Plus the ridiculousness of having to make all these class identifier logos and everything. Had a lot of issues with it, and finally got it to work last night. Said, oh look, finally. I didn't expect it to be working, so I wasn't prepared. Okay, Volkswagen. I did not. I go select the right Volkswagen. Okay, so for Volkswagen, we have the Scirocco Group 4 TCR. And that will wrap up the TCR class. I'm just going to drive this around for a minute. But yes, the assists. Obviously, ABS will be included. There won't be any counter steering, no auto drive, no. Generally, I will allow driving line, so I think I'm gonna okay it for this. Not that hardly anybody uses it anyway, but yeah, we'll see. Yep, there is tuning for all the cars, all the classes. With the BOP being the way it is, I don't know if... oh yeah, no problem. I don't know if it would be possible to do no tuning and make them all balanced. It probably would, but it'd be really tedious too. It's actually easier to allow tuning, that way you can set up each car more fairly. Did I just nail you? I'm sorry.
No.
So
I'm also
that,
on my controller.
that will wrap up TCR. We're going to jump in, and that's actually all of the old classes that ran in the Touring Car Challenge series. So all this stuff after this will be new cars. Start here. The Corvette Group 4 will be the first car we reveal for TA3. Obviously you can see the different TA3 logo on the back left rear bumper, or left rear bumper, whatever you want to call it, and the familiar logos that I've been using for all the other cars. This is a general reference, but yes, all the TA3 class is basically a GT4-esque class. Just not the, obviously the TCRs are the front wheel drive Group 4 cars. These are the rear wheel drive Group 4 cars for TA3.
Move it up just a little bit so I can Watch you on track here.
Mhm.
See it up close.
Yeah, all these are just generic liveries that I threw together just to show off the main decals. Let's see here. Alright. And that's the vet. Let's go see. Alright.
Power and weight settings of that class.
Which one? The vet? We are, BOP is still ongoing, so we don't know 100% what it's going to be yet. But I could probably pull up the base somewhere. I'd have to go find it, but it's probably in there somewhere. There's only specific ones. There's actually only 5 altogether. It's just a select few, I guess you could say. I wanted to keep it relatively, yeah, the amount of cars in a particular class, because some of the classes were limited in what they had. So I wanted to keep it relatively equal. That I was just using? The Corvette, you mean? Or the... Oh, I'd have to go look. I'm in the Viper right now. Yeah, here. I can actually pull it up. I got it. Right over here somewhere. Because I actually have my computer, because I prepared. I just need to get to it.
I was waiting on you before I continued with the rest of it. Because you said you wanted to look at it and see if it was good.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like it, then I'll do the rest of it. Shouldn't need much changing. If it's good so far, I mean, for the other tracks, it's good on one.
I gotcha.
Shouldn't need much tweaking.
Let me see here. TA3, I found it. We got it. I got it. I got it. So, TA3 spec, as soon as it opens, I literally just clicked on it. It's being a pain in the butt. Open, says me. My screen is black. Come on. There we go. So, the Corvette, I had put at 414 horsepower and 3274 pounds. Did you? All right. All right. Well, there's another one right there. The Aston Martin V8 Vantage is another car in the TA3 class. Let me take that out real quick. Let's drive it around for a minute. But yes, I do actually have the... Woo! Well, that was weird. Apparently I had my wheel turned, I didn't realize it. Let's try that again. Okay. Guess that's what I get for holding it straight. Or holding it to the curve. Yes, we have the Aston Martin Group 4 car. This one is set to 399 horsepower and 2917 on the weight. Like I said, none of these specs are final, so take it with a grain of salt. It could very well change from what I'm telling you right now, so it's a good testing point, you know, just to see what it can do, but at the same time, it very well might be pretty different come, you know, final spec, so just wouldn't trust it. I think I told Angry, but I didn't tell you guys. This track, I just chose Fuji because this is not a track on the schedule, and I wanted just an unambiguous track to go test at. So the track announcements are yet to come. Which...
Somehow one of my Vantage GT4s just disappeared. So I had one mocked up with a little livery, and it's just gone.
Okay.
I have no idea what happened.
So here we have the BMW Group 4. It's at 394 horsepower and 3159 pounds. And these are all like the base spec that we used, that we started BOP from. So and as you notice, each one of these classes is faster than the previous one, so I just really like GT4 cars. I don't know. Must just be me.
Me too. I like them in real life.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good racing.
Okay, now we have the Mustang. The Mustang is at... Mustang Group 4, sorry, is at 395 horsepower and 3456 pounds.
Damn, that's heavy.
Hmm?
That's heavy.
Yeah, that's the base spec, so I mean it might change depending on what the BOP guy says. But yeah, we'll see. That's all.
Certainly beats my old Mustang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just drives away in a straight line. There you go. And I think, yeah, that's it for TA3 then. So moving on to TA2. This is the next class up. This is the class that I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised about and really excited about as well. So to start it off, we got another Corvette, but this one is the Corvette Group 3 road car.
Ooh.
It is currently set at 488 horsepower and 2837 pounds. In case you didn't figure it out yet, all of the TA2 cars are Group 3 road cars. And these things are actually really fun to drive too.
Oh yeah.
The guy working on the BOP told me that it's just so much fun to drive these cars. Although it got a little squirrely there on me, but... So that is the Corvette. Now we're going to go over and grab something from the blue oval. We have the Mustang Group 3 road car at 487 horsepower and 2844 pounds. These are all base specs, so I believe these are already changed because I think the BOP is pretty much done for this class. They are in 500 normally, I believe. I think under our spec, they'll probably be in 500 as well. There is a third. There's actually only 3 cars in this class altogether, so this is the smallest of all the classes. Well, there's no
Viper.
there's no Viper.
Great if there was. No, it's either it's gonna be the Alpha or the Mazda.
It is the Mazda. That is right.
Which was the Alpha?
487 and 2844. Yes, we have the Mazda.
That's your saloon car racer, basically.
Yeah, you could say that. No, this class is a lot of fun. I've done a little bit of testing here myself. I'm not the one working on the BOP, but I've done a lot of testing with this class myself, and it's actually really fun. 2844 on the weight.
Credits.
Mileage,
Yeah, those things.
whatever that's called. So this will wrap up TA2. I know I forgot to mention about the class designators here, which I have yet to upload, but those will be up here pretty soon, I would think. They're obviously already in the game, considering they're already on my cars, but I think I'm going to make them so you can't scale them, because they're actually made to scale exactly like they should be. So
You just put them where they need to be, and that's it.
Don't need to be colored, doesn't need to be scaled, just put them on and you're done.
I like that.
We actually used the Pirelli World Challenge class designators, or whatever it's called now, as the spec, I guess, for the class designators for our series. Turns out the size actually works out perfectly, because it's not nearly as big as you'd think, and it actually fits perfectly on pretty much every car, so worked out really well. And that's the Mazda. So now we move on to the fastest class in this championship, the TA class, and that is Group 3 cars. Kick things off with one of my favorites, the Corvette Group 3. And let me see here, I gotta make sure I'm in the right car, spec, whatever. Yes I am. 695 horsepower and 2780 pounds. So these things are souped up to be really fast and furious and destroy you if you try to fight it.
Damn. Yeah, so those are going to be your 700 horsepower.
Yeah, this thing is like maxed out on horsepower. It couldn't be anymore if we wanted it to be. I think the BOP might change based on that, because I don't think you could have them all be at max horsepower and be equal. So it's still ongoing, but we should know here pretty soon on what the BOP for this class is going to be as well. We wanted to try and make it with maximum horsepower and right around 2780 or so on the weight, so we'll see what happens with it. Yes, that is the Corvette. Now we'll move on to another Viper. Obviously it's the Viper Group 3. Yep, there it is. Make sure we got right spec. 692 and 2787 on the weight. And these things are definitely quick. I kind of wished we could have made them even more horsepower, because that was my intention. It's just we can't go over 700, so we were kind of stuck. But in all honesty, it actually worked out really well. These things are easily the fastest class, and there's none of the other classes are even able to challenge them, just due to the sheer speed of these.
Yeah, I would say 700 is enough. You don't have to go higher.
No, we can go higher if we want to. But no, this is multi-class, yes, which we have yet to get to the whole thing there, but we'll get into that discussion in a minute. After I show off the other two cars we have one from the blue oval. Just gotta go grab the Ford. This one might be a bit surprising, but maybe not. I don't know. But we are in the Ford GT. Yeah, how did you know? That was good. This one was a bit of a pain to do the rear bumper logos on, but I made it work.
Oh yeah, sure. And how come we use the Mustang instead of the GT? Just, you know, sticking with muscle cars and all.
Well, originally I thought about using the Mustang as well, but just due to the general body style in the class, mainly the, you know, Viper and the Vet, I figured the Ford GT fit in better with that than the Mustang did. So that was my reasoning behind that. Mind you, I get what, like, everyone else will probably think too. It's like, well, the Mustang, you know, is made for the same class. Obviously, yes, but...
And they are actually the same body type. Fastback style. This is mid-engine, it's totally different.
Yeah, it is, but it'll work. That's what we do BOP for. That's the whole purpose.
No, not about the BOP, just the shape.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Whatever.
And then finally, this one might be a bit of a surprise, but I do have reasoning behind it. We have the Jaguar F-Type Group 3 car. As the final car for the Trans Am World Challenge Series. But the Jaguar, I tried to base the Trans Am class off of the real world Trans Am class, which is, or the TA class, sorry, the TA class off of the real world TA class, which was done relatively well, and turns out that the real world TA class actually has had Jaguar participate. So based on that, I decided to throw the Group 3 car into the mix for Jaguar. So something a little different in case somebody doesn't want to run a Corvette, a Viper, or a GT. I don't know if it'll be a popular choice or not, but I guess we'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, the TA class should be very interesting to say the least. But that wraps up all of the cars. Woo, that was fun. I feel like I just talked about that for like an hour almost. Wow. 25 cars altogether. It's an insane amount of cars. So now I got... Well, thank you. Now we got the schedule pulled up. So, I'm not going to change it every time because that would just be stupid to change it to every single track we're going to be running. But I might go ahead and change it to one or two of them maybe, just for the heck of it to drive around on and everything. But the first race of the season, which I believe we're going to be starting in March, the first weekend in March, which would be the 2nd. Yes, March 2nd. Is going to be the Croatian Grand Prix at Dragon Trail Seaside Ford. And there will only be 2 classes participating in each race. This is what is going to be interesting because not every class is participating in every race. So when you sign up for a class, you're only doing X amount of races due to, you know, the fact that you can only have 2 classes per race.
Oh man, I thought we were just going to race each week, and you know, for each week or basically like you designate which car you want in each class, so that way everyone still races every week.
Well, I mean, people can still race if they want to, it's just their class won't be racing every week.
Right, but I mean, can you sign up for more than one class?
Yeah.
Okay, problem solved.
Definitely. That's going to be encouraged actually, because you're guaranteed that at least 2 classes will not conflict with one another, and the schedule was made so that was the case. So no matter what class you sign up for, you should be able to sign up for at least one more and be able to run both full time.
Yeah, I want to have something to do every week.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah.
So the 2 classes participating at Dragon Trail will be the TA class and the TA3 class. That'll be the first race of the season. And yeah, that one should be pretty good, because that's basically Group 3 and Group 4 cars. So that's probably a pretty familiar look to a lot of people, but I don't know, we'll see. Next race,
Very powerful Group 3 cars.
yes, very powerful Group 3 cars, which the Group 4 cars, or I should say the TA3 cars, are actually fairly close to the real world GT4 class on spec. They were not changed a whole lot at all, so we'll see what BOP says anyway, but the initial spec was not. The races are going to be roughly 80 minutes apiece. And there's only going to be one race a night, but it's going to be, we're going to wait and see if the time issue gets fixed, where, you know, when the timer expires, once you finish your lap, you're done, or instead of waiting for the leader like it should. If that gets fixed before, I'll just set it to timed, but otherwise we'll just try and figure out the amount of laps and set each race based on that.
Yeah.
So
it's easy, really. It's just quick calculation.
Yeah.
Multiplying.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's still a pain in the butt, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, for week 2, we were at Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix, the full circuit, and the classes participating are the TA2 cars and the TCR cars. So that one's going to be pretty interesting as well, because that'll be the Group 3 road cars and the front-wheel drive Group 4 cars. So, woohoo, yeah, that one should be fun. One of my the next one's actually one of my favorites on the list. Those that ran the Touring Car Challenge series are probably really familiar with this one. It is going to be the TC and TCA cars at the United States Grand Prix at Blue Moon Bay Infield A Forward. So that one's going to be a bit of a slower paced race, I guess, because it's going to have the 2 slowest classes, but at the same time it should be crazy just due to the fact that it's a smaller track and you're going to have everybody compacted together on one course, so that one should be fun.
Mm-hmm.
For the next week, for race 4 I should say, we are at the Italian Grand Prix at Lago Maggiore GP Forward. The classes participating are the TA class and the TC class. Now this one's going to be really interesting because TA and TC are very different in pace. So it'll be really interesting to see how quick the closing speeds are. Because I've done testing, you know, but you can only do so much when you're testing by yourself. TA is the faster Group N class. So like the Mustang, the Toyota 86 German, the Hyundai, what else was there? Yeah.
Gotcha.
The Honda Civic, right? I was drawing a blank. I'm like, what else is the other car? But yeah, that's the TC class. And then for week 5, we're going to the Japanese Grand Prix at Kyoto Driving Park, Yamagiwa Forward. And that will be TA2 and TCA. So that one is actually going to be a very similar situation to what we were experiencing with the previous week with the Italian Grand Prix. The TCA cars are the slowest class, obviously, and then the TA2s will be the Group 3 road cars. So that'll be interesting to see how different they are on pace and what that does, you know, with coming up to lap cars and everything. So that's probably going to be a big thing for those 2 races anyway. After that, we have the Spanish Grand Prix at Barcelona, Catalunya, GP. That will have the TA3 and the TCR cars. And then week 7 is the French Grand Prix at Saint Croix, Layout B Forward. And that will be the TA class and the TA2 class. So probably be the fastest race on the schedule. The 8th race of the season will be the Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos. And that'll be TA3 and TC. And then the final race of the season will be the German Grand Prix at the Nürburgring GP course. And that'll be TCR and TCA.
Man, I gotta write it down so I know which classes are which.
And that's the entire schedule. I'll try it when I post it up. It'll be laid out a lot better so people will be able to understand it instead of me just, blabbing on about it. But once the thread is made and everything, should be a lot clearer for what you're looking at, what you're expecting and everything. But I just wanted to run over the schedule real quick. I'll probably, whenever I get the thread done, I'll just go ahead and post it, and then the schedule will be out there for everybody to see, and be good to go. So that is the full schedule. Obviously, all the cars have been announced. We announced 80-minute races per class or per race. Tire wear, fuel uses at ×2 both. Really? So, any of those combinations you want to try out or interested in seeing? Oh, right, okay. The TA and TC? Yeah, I'm pretty interested to see that as well. Let's go to Lago Maggiore, since that's where the race is going to be. No, wrong one. There we go. Change to Lago Maggiore. I'm gonna pop in a TA car. I'm already in a TA car, but I prefer... Actually, I'm just going to take a TC out first to see what we're doing pace-wise on that.
I think I missed out on the TC class.
Yes, the TC class is the Civic Type R, the Mustang GT, the Hyundai Genesis, and the Toyota 86 GR-MIN. Mm-hmm. Honda Civic. I wouldn't use anything else in TC. Alright. Well, if anybody that's watching has any questions, I do have my feed going so I can check it out.
I think my trusty German. What setting should we put it on again?
Which one are you in?
The Toyota.
The Toyota. Let me see.
Get 400 horsepower, right?
400, yeah. No, let me pull it up. I gotta go back. I need to have all my stuff in the same place, but I don't. The Toyota is at 215 horsepower and 2959 on the weight. Sorry, I should remember to look already. See, that's the wrong spec. Yeah, that is pretty heavy, but we'll run the Toyota because I like the Toyota. Here, let's try this again.
I get to show off my livery.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's a left turn up here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm used to doing the short track version where it cuts right.
Yep. I feel ya.
Gentlemen, you're in the road. Yeah, the group 3 road car.
Oh, you're in the road
You
car.
just pull away. Yeah, you just pulled away.
Yeah, this is the TA and the TC class, gentlemen. I mean, you disposed of us quickly, so that's good. Plus, this track is wide enough to where you shouldn't really hold anybody up. I wouldn't think.
There's plenty of room to make a pass.
I think that was one of the big reasons for why I chose it. That's why somebody like, you know, Blue Moon Bay and Field A was chosen for the 2 slower touring car classes because it's so small. But still fun to drive.
Yeah, we had a lot of action with just this little car, so
Oh yeah.
should be fun.
I mean, it's going to be on ×2. So, whatever that does, I don't know. Yeah, it's on ×2. That's what it's on right now, so whatever your tire wear and fuel use is like right now is what it will actually be like for the race. I mean, other than BOP changes, you know. Whatever that does.
What does that say there? 16 laps left? 15? Like that?
Hmm?
You gotta have 15 laps left, but it goes down fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I would choose the Civic if I ran TC, for sure.
And where's that?
It's just, for a front-wheel drive car, it drives so amazing. I just love the way it drives. There's no other way to put it.
I've never driven it, so I don't know. I wouldn't say like, oh, it's bad, convince me otherwise. I just had no idea
Yeah.
in the first place.
I mean, it's a Type R, so it has a really good handling to it.
True.
It last time out, when we ran the Touring Car Challenge, it was actually in the TCA class, and Cab drove it, and he flat out destroyed anybody else that ever raced in that class. I wouldn't say utterly destroyed, but there was a pretty noticeable difference.
Yeah. Clearly you know how to use these tires better than me. You can just push them harder and I'm not even thinking about it.
Yeah. I use racing hards a lot, so that's probably why.
Yeah, I'm used to this on softs and being a little lighter.
Oh, I'm only 18 seconds off a gentleman's time in the Group 3 road car, so we're good.
18.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this one's actually going to be Group 3 cars, not Group 3 road cars. So, yeah. So it's the GT, I guess I should say the GT3 cars, technically.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested to see how fast it actually is around here. But pretty much max on the horsepower, so whatever you want to drive. And then around 2780 for a general
I
weight.
think a Mustang.
It's the GT, not the
2780.
Mustang.
It should be.
It's the Ford GT, the Corvette, the Viper, and the Jaguar. F-Type.
Jaguar.
Jaguar. Whatever. Quit correcting my grammar. There you go.
Alright, so the Ford goes up to 2773 and 638.
That's probably right.
That's not that high. Compared to the other ones that can be in 690. I think DOP is gonna have to put that closer to around 650 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's in progress, so it's being worked on as we speak. I mean, not literally right now, but it is being worked on. Yeah, it's possible. It's going to be a pretty nice disparity there. Good thing this is a nice big track, easy for passing. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We thought there would be 2787.
27 for what? Ah,
The weight. Be 2758, 2787, 2815.
which one?
The GT3.
Yeah, GT3, which car? Oh, the Ford?
That's what I said.
Yeah, the Ford GT is at 2798.
And the Viper.
The Vet is at 2780. Power is at 695. Yeah, they're fast. Good luck. These things are a handful for sure. Although that makes it more fun, so in my opinion. Oh, too much of a handful.
So much understeer.
More power.
Yeah, just power through it. It's so tough on a controller to do these cars.
Yeah, these are laps with no tuning too, so we'll see what happens.
Jesus. Yeah, they can still stop on a dime.
Yeah, they got good brakes, that's for sure.
Everything else is just, Yeah, there's a lot of understeer because having been faster than expected, I guess, is the power.
Mm-hmm.
With that power, it's going to be about when you can put it down.
Yeah, I'm just taking it real easy right here. I'm pretty sure I haven't done any tuning on this yet.
Not either at all. The Viper seems to be very understeery under hard braking. Just less off quite easily.
Here we come. Okay, I was 7 seconds quicker than what Gentleman did in the TA2 car. Compounded with another 18 seconds, that's what? $25 seconds.
Oops.
Well, your car looks ready for Le Mans.
Oh yeah, that was a replica livery I downloaded.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's not mine.
Oh, okay. Oh, I need to go get some lotion. My hands are so dry. Ah, yeah, that was fun.
I can't breathe.
Oh, yeah, those TA cars are something else, I'll say that.
Damage on light or heavy?
That's a good question. I was thinking it was going to be heavy just due to the fact that it is a longer race. So, you know, that way you gotta be a little more careful when you're driving and not do anything stupid. But, I mean, it's not like we're running, like, tracks that take, like, 5 minutes to complete either, so it shouldn't take you too long to get back to the pits if you do have an issue.
Alright.
So, yeah. I think it probably will be heavy damage, more than likely. Well, that's because my lobby's cool, so.
Yeah, let's try that.
So, yeah, that's... I mean, I guess that's pretty much it. For the most part, I don't think there's anything else.
Well, what's going on in the meantime?
Well, I mean, other than me doing BOP testing like crazy.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually, God forbid, I'm considering almost a revamp of the IROC series. I don't know that it's going to be on Saturdays though, because I think I'm just wanting to take Saturdays off, you know, our time slot for a little while anyway, for a month. But I'm thinking of just doing like something like IROC related, and maybe adding a couple more Group 4 cars to it. But mainly sticking to like ovals, since we added Root X now, I might be able to do something really cool with that. So I don't know for sure if that's going to happen yet or not, even though I just announced that it might. But it's on the table for potential things. Like it's on the, if I run a different series during our break, that's probably what it's going to be. more than likely. Because it shouldn't take very long for me to put it together, and I think that could be something really cool and unique that people can get into. Yeah, there's all the cars and everything, and voila. So, I guess nobody has any questions. Nobody posted anything. So.
No, I think seeing the post and reading, seeing the classes practicing together and the races, that'll be helpful.
Yeah.
It's good to see the cars, definitely.
Mhm.
Appreciation for it.
Oh yeah.
Which one you want to do and exactly.
So.
Very interesting and very different from other
I mean, that was the goal. I think people are gonna see this and be like, "Huh, that's really different." Plus, if you're only interested in one class, you've only got to commit to 3 races. I know that might be a turnoff for some people, but only committing to 3 races, for sure, because it's the class you want to do, is actually kind of nice. You know, that way they can come test it, try it out. It's like, oh yeah, that was fun. And maybe they'll do another race with a different class or something. Hey Damon, what's going on? Oh, fun. You got Bambi as a teammate? Oh god.
You're not practicing individually on your own. No, I get it. You're not part of it.
So, yeah, I just pretty much just finished all the announcements for the new series. Oh, you're all good. Okay.
Actually, I do have a question regarding the series. The dates that you posted in the organizers chat, are those still the dates you're going with?
I think I'm pushing it back to March. But for the most part, yes. So, like, the first February date that initially was on there is not going to be.
Okay.
But, so the first race will be on March 2nd, I think is what the day is.
Okay, so basically you're moving all the dates back.
Yeah.
And then adding an additional date at the end.
Yep.
Are the breaks going to stay at the same time?
Probably.
Okay.
But I don't know for sure about that yet. We'll figure that out. The
Well, when you get a chance, you can send me what your schedule is, because I want to try and play it off the rallycross schedule to the schedule for TAWC.
Mhm.
So I just want to, that's why I was looking at it today, trying to figure out what to do out of my schedule.
I mean, you don't have to match up to it. I mean, I think I told gentlemen that before. It's like you don't have to match my schedule exactly. Just, however you want to work it out.
Well, I was gonna have it to where we're running Friday nights on your off nights.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That way, there's some IRS activity going on.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can confirm for sure. At least I won't be racing on March 16th because my wedding anniversary is the 17th. So there's a very good chance I won't be racing that weekend. So exactly. She'd probably kill me. No. No, I talked to her about it. I'm like, yeah, I'm planning on taking that one off. And then, I think, what else was in there? I think there's another holiday or something in there that I wanted to avoid. Easter? I think Easter is in April, so I think I was avoiding that weekend as well. But other than that, I think that might be it.
Jesus loving Christians.
Huh?
You and your painted eggs. Meanwhile, I have oil that lasts 8 fucking days.
Hashtag plays a religion.
Of course.
Oh look, it's Zombie Jesus.
Anyway, so yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just fucking around.
is there anything else that you saw in my little thing that I put up on that looks like I could improve on or I need to clarify, or was just the grammatical errors the only one that you found?
I mean, the grammatical errors, obviously, but I don't remember if there was something else or not. I was going to ask you this. I know we talked about hole shots or something in one of our races. I don't know why, but we did. Is that a rallycross thing?
It is to an extent, but I wasn't gonna make that. I mean, I was trying to keep it as simple as possible. If we want to go back and get special rules,
Mm-hmm.
look at it after the fact. But as of right now, I don't have any special rules on it. It's just basically straight up racing games.
Okay. I don't know if your voice. Hold on. I don't know if your voice is being shared or not, so the stream can hear you. Because obviously you haven't made your official announcement yet. I don't know if you wanted to, but
I mean, we could, but
obviously you haven't made your
I
official
didn't know the
announcement.
dates were ready. I already kind of let some people know that I'm working on it, but I'm also telling them to wait for me to post it up. That way you can see all the information. And then also I have people that are interested in your series, and that are also waiting for stuff to get posted about it.
Gotcha. Oh. Sorry, my computer is screwing with me. So, yeah. Obviously, I need to get the thread out. That's one of the big things right now. That's still a work in progress, but it should be up early next week. I'm still waiting on Noir, too, to finish.
Why are you pushing it back to March? What's going on the end of February?
I just want to be sure that everybody has BOP done. That's the main thing, because I know some of us are going to be pushing it to get it done in time. I just don't want to, make people push and be like, oh, well, we can just say screw it and this will be fine, I figured that extra week is probably going to be needed. Just mainly for that reason.
Fair enough. Okay, in that case, you wouldn't mind me starting my series on the Friday of that weekend?
Nope.
Alright, okay, well then I'll plan it out that way. But yeah, I'd like to have at least an event on the Fridays of the off weekends for the series that you're putting together for Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
That way, at least there's some IRS activity going on for the weekend.
Mm-hmm. I gotcha.
So does that mean you're gonna be? So basically, at least you'll be able to do something IRS related before your anniversary.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see. I might be able to work that one out. Maybe. But I'll try. We'll see. Yeah. Sounds good.
But alright, cool. Then I'll get everything put together, and like you, basically, I'm waiting on Noir to finish it now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it won't take me long to get the thread itself done once he gets that done, so then I just gotta wait on the BOP and then we're good.
Yeah, I don't have to wait on BOP. Mine's already done.
Well, you know what? You good for you.
I'm 2/3 of the way there.
Well,
Or
to be honest
1/3.
with you, the only thing that's going to be extreme, that's going to be confusing to people, at least for like, the casual GTP person that's used to how everything else works in a series, the format I think is the only thing where everybody's gonna be like, what the hell?
I can see that. Yeah, the format might be a bit of a confusing thing for a lot of people.
Well, for me,
out.
I agree. So my response was because I'm not used to rallycross in the first place. So I figure someone that watches it all on TV will have a basic understanding of what you're getting at. But for me, I mean, as long as you tell us what to do in the lobby and all that, you know, like who do you want to jump on track, when, and where, I'll just do what you tell me to do.
Well, I mean, that's gonna be, you know, that's usually that's how it's gonna go. It's just, you know, I think there might be a little bit of a dead time in between where I'm trying to figure out everything and trying to
Sure.
sort out the heats and seed everybody. But for the most part, I think it's gonna be, you know, it should go by fairly quickly. I know the races themselves are only gonna be between 5 to 8 minutes long, so it's gonna be short races. But if everything works out, you'll have at least 1, 2, 3, 4 races that you'll be running in the entire night. Maybe 3. 3 to 4 races at anywhere between 5 to 8 minutes apiece.
And being that they're still short, you know, you're watching the other races, passes the time pretty quickly.
Well, I think I'm going to end my stream because I think that's about everything we needed to talk about for this series. I don't think there's anything else going on, at least right now.
I'm just ready to race whatever you got.
Yeah, I got you. No, I'm kind of interested to see the different classes, like speed-wise and everything. It'll be really cool to see like all different classes on track and everything. It's
Well, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and I'll post the schedule, like what the series is going to be tonight on the group, and then on the group chat and GTP, and then I'll just tell Noir to chop off there, and I'll get it posted up so we can start getting entries. But I gotta go right now because Baby is he's doing the deal call.
That's funny.
I gotta go. He's calling me back to my lobby. So.
All right, sounds good, man.
Everyone.
Thanks for stopping in.
No worries.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Alright, I'm going to end my stream real quick. Alright, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed getting a sneak preview of the Trans Am World Challenge. You will soon be seeing a lot more about this and in the physical threat form. Woohoo. So, okay, that'll be it. So thanks, everybody. See ya. Bye.